Hi. Hey, hi, hello. I'm very excited for two reasons. The first being that at the very tail end of my last stream, I got enough followers, to set up emotes and chat rewards and stuff like that. I haven't tried anything. I created 2 emotes. I created some custom chat rewards. I'm just very excited. I think that's going to be a really good time. And then secondarily, I should say, is that I finally finished the prologue at the end of the last stream. So very big last stream and very big this stream. I'm going to jump in. We're going to start playing Volume 1 of Lord of the Rings Online. Yeah. Oh, I'm out of focus. It's probably because the main thing lighting me right now is this candle, which is so cute, by the way. It's so bright you can't even properly see it. Something like that. Hard to say. I need a better camera. Like a lot. But that is currently the main thing lighting up my face right now, and I think it's causing some confusion for the camera. If I sit back and relax, there's a chance. Alright, I'm gonna go click enter Middle Earth. I'm gonna load, and we're gonna play. What's hilarious is that at quite literally the same moment right now, my husband and his brother and some other friends are playing a TTRPG together online. He's been playing it for the past several hours. It is so late at night. It is 9:45 p.m. I've been planning on streaming today since yesterday, technically, because yesterday was when I finally got up to level 32, at which point I can continue from the prologue into... So this is book 3, chapter 11. This is me continuing from the prologue and jumping into volume 1. And that'll be happening tonight. But I was planning on starting that at like 6 p.m. But my husband and his friends were playing a game, and we share an office. And so we couldn't be doing a video thing at the same time. And he very kindly felt super bad and decided that he would try and get everything for his TTRPG on his phone, and it required us like printing out a bunch of stuff. So he's like actively in the middle of playing this game and very kindly decided that he would stop whatever he was doing, and they paused and like waited, and they took a little break while he printed everything out that he needed that was otherwise on his computer, so that he could go do the remainder of their game from his phone with all the stuff for the TTRPG printed out. So that was very sweet. And now I get to stream because he felt bad because he knows I had been wanting to do this all day. So at the moment we're in Cardaland. We are making our way up here to the Lonelands, where we're gonna go to the little camp around the side of Weathertop. And we're gonna talk to Candace there, who you end up interacting with at least for the majority of all of Volume 1. You end up on and off interacting with him. So this is our little interaction with him, where we meet him for the first time, which is very exciting. Yeah, this is gonna be wonderful. I love... Okay, so one of my favorite things, I think, about Lord of the Rings Online is the way that they do the separate prologues, different tutorial prologues for all of the different races, and then of course there's the Beneath the Shadow, which is the one that I've been doing. which several races can do. It's like an alternative that you can choose for some of the newer races. Although I wonder, can everybody do this one? I can't remember. Either way, my favorite thing is that you go through so much of a completely separate prologue, depending on which one you have, and then all of them convene together at the start of Volume 1. And that's just wonderful to me. That's very clever. And we're finally getting there, which is very exciting. This is also, I think, technically the first time that the game takes you... Oh, I suppose you technically started in Swanfleet. So you're in Swanfleet, then you make your way over to Cardalan. And this is... And that's very, very early. Because you do the majority of your beginning over in... Where is it? Tharbad, technically. At whatever this is. Yeah, Tharbad. The majority of how you learn how to do everything. And this is the first time that it's actively taking you into a new entire map area, which I guess is like a region, or maybe it's not a country. They don't work that way in Middle-earth. But it's very exciting to be a new region, to be starting Book 1, getting into the story. I also think one of my favorite things about this is that, like, you know that you're not the main character, which is a very interesting way to play any game. More often than not, when you're reading a book or playing a game, watching a movie, you're experiencing the story of the main character. But all of us go into Lord of the Rings Online knowing that we are not the main character. And we're just this background character who's doing these incredible things, accomplishing these wild feats. We're in the Lowlands! And automatically a vibe shift of the plant life, flora and fauna. How low are they? 22. So we're at this new map. We are gonna pass by the Forsaken Inn. I feel like I need to get the stable there first, and then I'll jump back over to Weathertop. What was I even saying? Oh yeah, I just think it's incredible, unique, and very interesting that you are going into this game knowing for an absolute fact that you are not the main character, or even within the group of main characters. It's very, very out of the ordinary. In fact,
Greetings.
I don't think I've personally played another game or read a book or watched a movie. Oh, hello! Hi! Is it morning for you? Is that what you mean? What time is it for you? It's very late here. It's almost 10 p.m. here. But, oh, and sorry, I was just rambling to myself. I just think it's very interesting that we know for a fact we are not the main character in this story. And I'm very excited to say we're finally making our way out of the prologue and into Volume 1, which is so exciting. I only just started, or this character, I guess it's 5:50 a.m.? Local reading, who said all times a day. Where are you? That's almost 6 o'clock in the morning. Unless, I mean, you don't have to dox yourself. It's very late here. This is the latest I've ever streamed. Northern Germany! Wow. Well, thank you for joining me from so far away. How do you normally get to the little camp that Candy is at Weathertop? Because I normally go the dumbest possible way. Naturally. Just got up and got my coffee. Is this a normal time for you to be awake? That's bonkers. I mean, oh, see, dumb only, and I broke my horse's legs, which always makes me feel bad. Not that way. I know that there's like a simple way around that's basically like a path. That's your normal time to wake up. So I'm really lucky and spoiled in that I work not entirely but mostly from home. An hour late, holy. My work starts, I don't know, like normally like 8:30 in the morning. I could make this easier for myself by going in third person, couldn't I? And because my computer is 10 feet away from where I sleep, I can just, what a sick view. I can wake up at 8, feed the cats, make myself some coffee, get changed relatively, and then I'm started at 8:30. So I'm pretty terrible. I feel like I'm a late waker for an adult with a career. It's a leftover from the time my child was a baby. It doesn't get stuck. Doesn't matter if I have my game time in the evening or early morning. Oh, so you're getting your game time ahead of time now. That's actually really clever. Yeah, babies change everything for everybody. Book 3, Chapter 11. Oh, Book 2, Chapter 1, Rise of the Orcs. That must be Book 2, Chapter 1 of Volume 1, maybe? Okay. The Great East Road has seen much more travel than usual in recent days. What brings you to the base of Weathertop? You briefly explained that you were sent by Halbrad to warn of increasing dangers in the wild, and that a new shadow rises in the realm of Angmar. Candace nods. I have heard rumors that this might be so from others of my kin that have passed this way, and I have seen evils enough with my own eyes not to disbelieve it. Easy, simple, very straightforward. Light armor. Oh, but you can't view... Oh, you can view them here, just not on my character. Let's take a look at this hat. Much better. Well, actually, it's still kind of weird. That's okay, though. Okay. There's a hidden dale in the Trollshaws, far to the east and across the last bridge, where the wisest of lore masters resides. Elrond is his name. Yeah. And he is the master of Rivendell. It was in his house that my chieftain Aragorn was raised, and if any will know what must be done about the growing threat of Angmar, it will be he. You must make for Rivendell. I will tell you what I can of this last leg of your journey, Azaliel. Speak to me when you are ready. Yes, 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 yes. This is so exciting, and I'm gonna go for the bow, naturally. Okay. Oh, we're traveling. Okay, I'm gonna dismount now. Just so it doesn't do the annoying thing. Okay. Orcs have grown bolder and ferocious in recent days, but when you cross the last bridge into the Trollshaws, you will face greater peril. Something has stirred the beasts of the wild into madness, and it travels ahead of you, and if it travels ahead of you, there may be a great evil left in its wake. Luck be with you as you travel the road through the Trollshaws and begin the climb towards Rivendell. The path will not be easy, but Elrond must be told of what befell you in Cardolan and of the growing threat in Angmar. You got it.
Good luck to you. The road will be a long one and dangerous.
Okay, I see. Just gotta kill some guys, I guess. Interesting that it makes it like an instance for you, rather than just making you go there and fight people on your way. Could wait to heal in between starting more fights, but I'm lazy. Okay, I am gonna actually eat something, which I never remember to do. Okay, was that really all? What did he say? My friend, do we share the same road? I have not seen you since you departed Sarnford in the company of Halbarad, Azaliel. When he returned to us, he told us what befell of Meneldir beneath Dor Ernil. Was it Dol Ornil? Or Dor Ernil? I can't remember. And we wept for him, despite his past, naturally. But evil stirs in the land, and there is little time to mourn. What brings you into the Lone Lands? You tell... I've always had trouble with his name. Galassadir. That you seek to bring the word to Elrond of Rivendell that the Witch King and his servants have evil designs upon the realm of Angmar. The ranger thinks for a moment. I had planned to return to Thornhad in the angle of Mithiliel, Azaliel, but your journey feels to be of great import to me. I would accompany you on this quest if you would have me. The road of Rivendell is like to be dangerous. You tell Galassadir that his company would be welcome as you make for Rivendell. Then we are agreed. Lead on, my friend. And more travel. Interesting. There it is again, Azaliel, among the trees just off the road. Do you hear that rustling? It sounds to me like something large, pretending to be small. A troll, to be certain. Is it beyond hope to think we might pass its notice? Big no. Big no. Where is he? Oh, here he is. Huge. I forgot what they look like in this game. Season 2 is up for the adventures. Yeah, I don't know. Ferocious troll.
I will be glad when we leave the troll shows, friend.
The troll show. When we leave the troll shows. Trolls are not known to be clever, Azaliel, and for the most part they do not hunt together. It may have been misfortune alone that we had to face 2 in succession, or perhaps the days grow darker and the rising threat of shadow makes the creatures grow more bold. We should proceed. Soon we will need to climb, and the footing may become treacherous. We need to climb? I don't remember climbing to Rivendell. Is this how they're telling us to get to Rivendell instead of just having us go to Rivendell for the first time? I've only been to Rivendell once, in the company of my chieftain Aragorn, but I believe we are nearly there. I guess so. Soon we will see the elves that guard the pass, and you will bring your warning of the shadow that rises in Angmar to Elrond.
I think we are close.
Yeah, but there's a lynx ahead. That's not like the result of evil, that's just local fauna. No sickle fly should be level 32, by the way. That's a big fly. But no fly should be that powerful. I will stand by that forever.
Something has troubled the animals here, as in Cardolan.
I see. Yeah.
Should there not be guards here?
There should be guards here. Should there? I don't remember there being guards here at any point in time.
Something's not right.
Something's not right. I believe you. The road to Rivendell. Why am I getting this
Could evil
deed right
have
now?
at last found this hidden refuge?
Could evil have at last
Not
found
if
this
we
hidden refuge?
maintain our vigilance, Dunedain.
There you go. See?
You saw no guards, but that does not mean Imladris is
Hi,
unguarded.
Bregoleth.
It is good to see you again.
You too, buddy. Yeah, I don't remember ever seeing guards on the way to Rivendell. You are welcome to Imladris, and my heart sings to see you safe. Scouts saw you and Galassadir of the Dunedain as you climbed to the high moor, and they brought word to me and to others in the Vale as you neared the pass. I begged leave of Lord Elrond that I'd be the one to greet you. You did not make this journey to give him the tidings of Saruman I've already delivered, I trust. No, I see in your eye there is something else. I told you once we stood on the very precipice of danger, and the events of recent days have shown to me I was more right than I knew. Others await your arrival in Imladris. One such friend made haste to greet you at the entrance, but it seems he has not yet arrived. Look for him further along the path. Okay.
Your friend awaits further along the path.
Sounds good. Am I not going with Glass of Deer anymore? This night is so pretty. See, the thing is, I love being in third person so you can see like your own cool character, but I also really love being in first person so you get a better look at everything. Look at that. No. It is part of the Before the Shadow book. Yeah, this is the very end of Before the Shadow. And the moment you start to see Rivendell— oh, but Boromir's here. Hi, Boromir. Looks up at you with a pleased grin on his face. I see your own journey finds its end in the same northern dale as does mine, Azaliel. When I heard the elves calling among themselves that an elf neared Rivendell in the company of a ranger, I knew that you and Meneldir approached. But where is he? Why does he tarry? Boromir sees something in your expression and falls silent. His journey too has ended. Is that it? Tell me what befell him as we walk, Azaliel. It is still a long way to the House of Elrond. That is very sad. Man, they don't shy away from sad shit in this game. He was a good man and brave, and he died fighting evil. May each of us do the same, if that is where our road must lead. Elrond awaits. Very true.
The master of the house has asked me more questions than he has given me answers.
Oh, Boromir.
Perhaps you will fare better. I will show you to.
Boromir, you just don't get it. Gandalf! Look at him. Ah! Sorry, I'm getting a bunch of notifications on my phone. Okay. Yes, I know something of the road you took to get here, and some of the tidings you bring. Not all, no, but some. Folk of different lands have come to Rivendell in recent days, and I see in that a hopeful sign. Councils will be taken in the days to come, and decisions of great import must be made. But this is not my house. You should speak with Elrond, its master, and give to him the message you have brought across so many miles. I will see you again. Hi, Elrond. Looking young for such an old guy. Welcome to Imladris. You are welcome to take what rest you can within the Vale, as well you know. But first, are you willing to tell me what brings you here? Many are the dangers you have faced to get here, and if your tale is like others I have heard of late, I believe they signify trouble ahead for the peoples of Middle-earth. You tell Elrond you have much to tell, and he nods, a thoughtful expression on his face.
Speak then of how you came to this place of safety, Rivendell, the last homely house east of the sea.
Well, I don't personally know, because the instance just kind of took me here.
But speak swiftly before the shadows deepen. From where did your road lead?
Okay. Is it gonna end me in Rivendell? It is? Okay. Yeah, man, I don't know how I got here. I mean, I know how I got here, because I've been playing this game for a long time. However, I don't know how I got here. Very true to the first book, at least. Okay. You have woven quite a tale, and if you should wish it to be ended, none will judge you for it. But in your words I sense something else. Indeed, two somethings. I sense that you possess a desire for adventure, and it remains unquenched even after your trials in the wilderness. You could not remain in this peaceful haven for long before that desire compelled you once again to seek out and oppose great dangers. And I sense too that you wish to continue your work on behalf of the free peoples of Middle-earth. We enter a dangerous time, and mighty foes seek to return to the height of their powers, heights that were stolen from them centuries past by great heroes. Are you to be one of these heroes in this age, Azaliel? I wonder. So rest then, for as long as you wish, and return to me when you are ready to resume your adventure. The shadow that rises in Angmar must be faced and defeated, and I fear the Black Riders that trouble Cardolan and pursued Frodo Baggins hither have not been defeated for good. One of their number has not been found. Resting. Yay, Nubo. Also, oh, hydrate. Oh, thank you. You make a good point. Hi, Raj, and I hope you're doing well. That was the first time someone's used a channel point redemption on this channel because I just got them the last time I streamed. Or I just got like access to them last time I streamed. I just put them together today. Very exciting. Thank you. That's wonderful. What was I about to say? Oh yeah, my tummy grumbled so loud while I was just reading that last dialogue. I don't know if you guys heard it. That was horrifying. Nice. Yeah, thank you for being the first person to use those. That's very exciting. Okay. Okay. Book 4, Chapter 1? What am I... Is it Book 4, Chapter 1?
A strange
No.
fate brings you hither.
That's definitely Book 1. Is it this?
Hope is not in vain.
I'm so confused. Where and how do I start? Volume 1. I'm looking it up. I think this takes out the sound for you guys as well. Okay. Where on earth am I supposed to go? You have to go to Bree or Erluin for the normal book to start. Yeah, that's what I just saw. I'm not sure which one I would prefer. Erluin or Bree? Or the Shire, I think was also on there, but I don't want to do the Shire. I am playing a high elf, so I could do Erluin, and it has been a minute. The last character that I played was a human champion, and before that I played a hobbit, and I did the Shire. So it's been a solid minute since I did Erluin. I think I will. I think that's what I'm gonna do. But first, let's take a little look-see-loo at everything, because Rivendell's just so pretty. This is the library, right? And then you have to go up here to get out, I think, or something like that. And around this way. So, can we just say how frustratingly boring modern architecture is compared to what we could choose to be making? Why are we all industrialist when this type of architecture could exist? We could make that happen. That could be real. What on earth? Expensive, yes, but high elf. And on that level, I recommend to try Bree to skip the now easy first chapters. See, but I don't care if they're easy. I'm more here for the vibe. No, I don't want to go there. Where's the exit? Or is it downstairs? And I'm being very silly. It is downstairs, it's gotta be. I don't really care. Oh yeah, thank you though. No, that's, it would probably go faster. But where is the exit? It is through the Elrond's library door. Did that change? It used to be a direct door. It probably did change. It's been a minute for me since being in Elrond's library. Yeah, I'm more on the hunt for the best possible vibe. Where am I going? This way. Them send the Hall of Rest. Old school troll is raiding with a party of 5. Hi! How are you? Hello, Jaded Sage. Very cute name. And I love the raid emote. Hi. It's good to see you guys. I quite literally just finished the prologue. This was my first time doing the, Before the Shadow? Yeah, Before the Shadow Prologue. It's either that or below, but I think it's Before the Shadow. And now we are running into Volume 1, which is very exciting. We were just discussing whether or not I should do the Bree or the Air Lewin version. Yeah, I'm very happy. I'm so excited. But I think I'm gonna do Air Lewin just because it's been such a very long time, because the last character I played was a human champion, and I was obviously doing the Bree one. I did the Shire one before that because I was playing a Hobbit, and frankly I don't remember what I played before that, because I was sticking with that champion for a very long time. So it's been a hot minute, so I think I'm gonna do my little very useful hunter travel. Didn't I get... What's the easiest way I could do this? It doesn't really matter where I go. Nasty hobbitses. Hey, I don't know what you mean. If me, in real life, were a person in Middle Earth, I would be a hobbit. I'm already short enough. I'm just gonna take the horse to Celandrim. And then we can do the Air Lewin quest. And Old School Troll is reading with a party of themselves. Hi! Good evening. How are you guys? Oh, I haven't technically unlocked this. Oh, that's so frustrating. That's okay. I've been doing this thing, where, and I don't know why. Oh, I can only go to the homesteads. I could have gone there anyway. That's okay. I've been experimenting with the horse availability, or like the stables, and also with just generally exploration within this game, where I'm not going to an area or outside of just finding random questing. I'm avoiding interacting with like the stable masters or anything unless and until the main quest line takes me there, because I'm trying to see like where it will take me. Obviously, I think you're right. Oh yeah, because the view count didn't go up, but that's totally fine. I appreciate the gesture regardless. I had to restart the raid. Well, you're welcome, no matter what. Thank you for the raid. I really, really appreciate that. Am I even going the right way? Yes. Yeah, I absolutely am grateful for the raid. It's nice to see you. I don't think that you've been in this, on this channel before. I think you were a first time, not just a first time, raider for me, but a first time chatter as well. Both Old School Troll and Jaded Sage, so it's nice to meet you both. I am doing a very laid back, very as easy as possible, cozy playthrough of the main quest line specifically. I'm gonna go to Mickle Delving and see if I can get a horse over there. No, I just did that, didn't I? Yeah, and we just finished the prologue. It was my first time doing the Before the Shadow Prologue. And now I'm going over to Arid Lewin so that I can start book 1 of volume 1, which is so exciting because this is when you like jump in to the main quest line that everybody's on. Which server are you on? I'm on, I believe this one is Flandring is the name of this one. It's one of the US non-roleplay servers, which I think there are 2 of. Or is this a European server? I'm actually not entirely certain. But yeah, I've sort of been like challenging myself in a funny kind of way with this playthrough, which is that like I have a habit of only doing the side quests in Lord of the Rings Online to the point where I've quite literally never gotten to the end of like whatever questline was available for the main epic quest on any playthrough, and I've been playing this game since 2011, so it's kind of heinous that I've never gotten very far. So my little challenge for myself was to fast track the main quest line specifically and only do the side quests so that I can level up, which was something that I encountered because I didn't realize that you can't do quests that are more than 3 levels above you. So I hit like level, I think it was 21 or something, but the quest was at level 25 at that point, and I had to I was so confused. I thought I was glitching out for a moment. And I had to stop and do side quests to level up enough to 22 so that I could continue going. And so now that's sort of my thing, is I'm only doing the main quest line unless and until I can't anymore and I have to do side quests. And then the secondary challenge for myself is like, I've been very excited to see where the main quest line takes you in this game, which of course, especially because of the prologues being different for every race, is going to be different for every race, but especially doing the Before the Shadow, it only takes you through Cardaland, which I learned by doing the prologue and not ever leaving Cardaland. And so I got to a point where I had to leave and go to both Freeland and the Shire temporarily so that I could get myself a house and a horse. Let's see. I'm gonna go left. Right? Yes. And so, but I've also just been not interacting with stables. So like, for instance, let's go back to the Shire. I've interacted with this one, I believe, only. This one, it says that I have them, but I haven't actually said hello or interacted with their stable masters before. And then in Breland, because I had to go there in order to get around so I could get a house, in Breetown I've got both of the stables there, and that's it. Other than that, I've only gotten the stable masters as I enter that area for the main quest line. And it's been really, really interesting watching it like take you around, because I remember the part that had me most, I guess, I was just very interested in the way it did this, is like, it starts you here, and then it takes you up here, and then it takes you all the way over here, and then all the way over here, and then all the way over here, to the point where you've encountered 100% of Cartland before you even finish the prologue. And I ended up doing every single side quest in Cartland so that I could do the leveling up, so that I could get to this point where I'm finishing the prologue. Or I suppose I have finished it and I'm about to go start up volume 1, but it was just so, I don't know, it had my curiosity, and so that's just sort of how I'm playing it. And I do want to look up, just for the sake of fun, which areas you don't encounter in the main epic quest line at all. I'm still going the right way. It's a long ride when you're not interacting with the stable masters, but that's okay. And What was I saying? Oh yeah. So I'm going to continue doing it that way for as long as I can, but I know that there are areas that you simply won't go to on the Epic Quest, especially given having done the Before the Shadow. There's a chance like I might not touch like the Thorin's Hall area at all, which is bonkers. But if that's the case, then I'm going to go there and say hi to the stable master and maybe do some of the quests that I really enjoyed, like especially the ones that were related to the like bar area downstairs. Left or right? Left. And as soon as I get into Erlwin, I'm gonna have to check who I go to for Volume 1. Supposed to do the storyline quests, and only quests that give reputation for factions. See, you're being even more clever about it than I am. Have you played the festival yet? Which festival? If there is a festival currently going, then no. Is it the spring festival? And also, if it is, why? Why was the spring festival started up in fall? Because historically, I believe it's been in the spring. But yeah, the reputation quests for factions is very clever. They wanted to have more festivals. If it means that they're going to have more festivals also in the spring, hell yeah. I love that. I support that. It is confusing. I could do the spring festival. I was all over the autumn festival, and I did a couple streams, and I was calling it Hobbitween, naturally. Theory for the spring festival is to cater to players who live below the equator. That's hilarious. There's actually another person who's been on some of these streams who lives in Australia. And it's gotta be like the middle of the morning for them right now. But they were saying that they liked that the spring festival was in fall because it's their spring. Which is hilarious. And you know what? That makes sense. I'm fine with that. If that's their like reasoning around it, and also like fitting that in to add more festivals hopefully during the actual spring, unless this just means we have 2 springs per year, 2 spring festivals. Will we also get 2 autumn festivals per year? I don't think that that would work because it's so heavily set around the Halloween vibe, which is still technically during the spring for those who live on the other side of the equator. Either way, that's a good fun reason for it. Okay, I'm in Erlwin, yes. However, I have to figure out who am I going to. Chain. Oh. Let's see. Do I need to go into the prologue? That's a good question. Well, let's go see. It's at Thrassy's Lodge, which is out here, right? Yes. Alright, can do. Sharky just wanted to say hi. Hi, Sharky. I hope you're well. It's good to hear from you again. So we're gonna go on a little jaunt over to Thrassy's Lodge and see if we need to do that ending prologue quest with them, and if not, then we're jumping over to Freeland, which is I'm so grateful that I have a hunter in that case, because we can fast travel really quickly. And then we're gonna go talk to Barlaman Butterbur, which, sick name, by the way. It's kind of funny. I read one of the main 4 books of Lord of the Rings, or of Middle-earth, technically, including The Hobbit, every year, of course, in order. And this year it was Fellowship of the Ring. And what's kind of funny is that when I was reading about Barlaman, they make him sound so dumb in the book. Like, he's jolly and helpful and really well-meaning and really forgetful. And not very clever, which is surprising because then, like, you hop back and talk to Gandalf later, and he's like, yeah, he's forgetful, but he's a good, smart guy. And I'm like, what experiences did you have with him, Gandalf? Because the hobbits had a horrible time, and he seemed really, really dumb, and he really didn't trust Strider at all. Okay, to the left is Thassy's Lodge. Is there even like a little pathway up to them? I can't remember. I feel like there is, yeah. Okay. And the person I would speak to is Langless. No. Oh, it starts in Gondman. I need to read these better with Matthew. That's okay. I'm near there. Where's Gondman? Am I near there? Yes, I am. Okay. Back on the road very shortly. Over to Gondman. To say hello to Matthew and see whether or not we need to do this part of the prologue in order to jump into Volume 1, or if we just need to go talk to Barlaman Butterbur. Going to get some sleep. Doesn't it start in Celandum? It doesn't say that it does. I can't find the old epic. Oh, have a good night, old school troll. Yeah, it is quite late here as well, and I'm streaming regardless. Have a good night. It was so nice to meet you. Okay. See, I'm trying to find. So the quest chain. I don't know. I don't know. Volume 1. Erluin. And then it goes into a mutual dislike. And then it continues with an unwanted guest, Volume 1, Book 1. Which starts with Barlaman Butterbur. Nice to meet you. Oh, thank you, Let's Go Troll. I don't know if you're still here, but I'll go talk to Maddie or see if that's even available. And if not, we'll go talk to Barlaman. It's really interesting. How to, I guess much like me, the majority of people who have been playing the Before the Shadow Prologue are familiar enough with Lord of the Rings that we're not worried about having to look it up on Google or anything. Hi, buddy. And Maddie, I can't remember where you find him. Is he over here? No, is he further upstairs? And nothing is available, which means for sure I have to go to bar 1, which is fine. Apple. It is a bit confusing, but if I was playing this for the first time and I decided to do Before the Shadow and then the prologue ended and I didn't have a very obvious like where to go next, I would probably be bothered and confused. I mean, I am confused. But finding stuff is generally difficult for me in any game. So I think I would be confused regardless. But that said, I'm not too bothered by having to run around to find it. Okay. We dismount before we go inside. Because we have manners. Okay. Hi, Bartleman. Forward, and I want to guess. Okay. We're in at quest level 15, which is hilarious. Because they forced you to get to quest level 32. There's gotta be something. There's got to be something. Here, wait, let me look it up. LOTRO, Before the Shadow. Amazing. I know you guys can't see what I'm seeing. Before the Shadow quests. There we go. Book 2, quest chain, something creeps in Tharbad. Book 3, Metal Tear's Kin. Before the Shadow afterward. Interesting, there's an afterward. Volume 1, Book 1. Oh, interesting. Okay. So, according to the wiki, if I wanted to go straight from Rivendell, I would have to get to level, what is that, 34? Because it's, the quest level is 37. I would have to get up to level 34 from where I am. And then you can speak to either Aragorn or Hyther in the guest rooms in Rivendell. Very interesting. And then it takes you along there to Volume 1, Book 4. But if you want to do Volume 1, Book 1, which is an unwanted guest, it starts in Breland at level 15. So this is just what we're going to do. We're going to do the Volume 1, Book 1, because I'm here for the story. And it's going to be stupid easy, but that's fine. So, Volume 1, Book 1. Took a minute, but we got there, and that's okay. Let's go. Barlam and Butterbur. So many people coming and going these days. There's one guest though, one I'd rather do without, but Coin keeps a room and he comes with coin enough to pay a bill. Brooding sort, likes the darker corners of the inn and speaks to none. Most people are a bit afeard of his ilk. Barlaman lowers his voice. He's one of them rangers, he is. Calls himself Strider. From the common room, turn left down the hall. Keep on until you can only go right. Follow straight down that hall until you're at the foot of the stairs. Strider's in the room to the right of the stairs. Okay, lots of directions. Oh. Which will ultimately be useless to me. Oop. Oh my gosh. Oh, look at everybody's in here. Hello, everybody. Again, Barlaman really doesn't trust Strider, which I think is very funny. Wait, I know you, though we've never met. You and I shared the same roof during my childhood, though you slept a dreamless sleep, recovering from a wound sustained long ago. It is good to see that the ministrations of Elrond have saved your life at long last. But Aragorn, wait, we know him? Is this only because we're a high elf? Is it different depending on the person? It has to be. That's very interesting. But there are grim days ahead of us. The Black Mold Brigands have begun have been broken, and Scorwin Dourhand has fled from the Air Lewin. But my companion Amdir has become a creature of evil and means us harm. There are many tangled threads here, and I will need your help if we are to unravel them. That's incredible. Yeah, some different races get different lines of text. I love that. I love this game. I know that, like, especially when you're interacting with high elves, they recognize that, and when you're interacting with dwarves, they recognize that if you're playing high elf, and then vice versa. But especially for, like, main quest things, that just makes me so happy. That's incredible. I love the game writing. Obviously. The Dourhand's lord fled to Breland after his defeat, and not by mere chance. I see the hand of the captain of the Nine in all of these affairs, in the West, in the Shire, and in Breland. We must unravel the threads of his plans, and I believe I know how. To the east of Bree, there is a Black Wold camp, which my men have been watching closely. A shadow has recently spread across the camp. I believe it is here. Oh, my alarm's going off. I believe it is here that Amdir is gone, and this dwarf lord as well. There we must go, and there we must end Amdir's life, if he can still be called living. We will wait for nightfall, and then make our move against the Black Wolves. Speak with me again when you are ready to depart. Dang, we're gonna go kill his friend because we have to. Are you prepared to travel yet? If so, then come nightfall we will move against the camp where Amdir and the dwarf lord have gone into hiding. That's wild.
Strider and the Rangers pursue their fallen brother Amdir to the Black Wolves camp.
Might be.
But not all is as it seems.
Not all is as it seems.
There is
For
evil
always.
afoot.
Can you feel the chill in the air? It is no natural cold, but the chill of fear, of evil. I doubt not that Amdir is here, but there is a greater evil as well. We should split our strength. That's never a good idea. We should split our strength. For the good of Middle-earth, none can be allowed to escape. Oh, excuse me. Langland and I will look for another way inside while you and Torthan search for Amdir. We must be quick now before the evil bursts forth from here and threatens all of Breland. Are we gonna see that one missing rider? I think perhaps yes. It's time for us to act. Torthan, take Azaliel with you and head to the main gate. Langland and I will look for another entrance and press the attack. Yes, sir. Nice. Let's hit it.
What can I do for you?
I yearn to put an end to these brigands, but you should speak to Strider first. Well, I already did, so... Do I need to speak? No. Okay. There we go. Just took a moment to load.
Are you ready?
Come with me. It is time to deal with Amdir and these brigands. Brigands? If Amdir escapes, it could spell doom for Middle-earth. I like how we're going into this knowing nothing about what's going on with Amdir. Wait, someone's coming. Let us see who it is. Where were those things? That dwarf has gone mad. Are we not going to kill the Black Bolt guard? I will. Onwards. We must find Amdir. Easy. Weak. I love being overleveled sometimes. Level 10. But then wouldn't Strider be overleveled as well? What's up, yo? What are you waiting for? Oh, jeez. I wish sometimes that the map target for people you're in a quest with wasn't the golden ring, because it can actually kind of be sometimes hard to see on the map. And then it's so easy to lose them, especially because they're just running everywhere, because they have to get back to whatever their, like, movement point is. Like that. He's run back and then run forward. Every time. Okay, if you need rest, now's the time. Girl, I'm good. Down there, in the southern corner of the camp, the source of the Black Bolt's fear is there. Come. How? Let me see about this gate. I'm guessing they're saying, like, I know exactly where it is because they can sense the evil. Okay. Do you think service to Angmar came without a cost? Ooh, an informant. Ah, I found them after all. Oh, to deal with me, Ranger? I have other business to deal with. My servant shall deal with you. Okay. Barrow White. Easy. Easy prey. Oh, not in line of sight. Dumb. Come, friend. This is not the end of our business here. No, indeed. Did I just get... Oh, a kill deed, I'm sure. He mentioned it's old, they couldn't do it differently at the time. I had to set those points for pathfinding. Oh yeah, I absolutely understand it. My qualm isn't for the pathfinding, because I totally understand that. My qualm is like, here, let me back up so you can see. The ring by which you see your like followers, or and often the case with Lord of the Rings Online, the people that you're following, it can be so hard to see on the map just because of the coloring. Whereas like obviously our red arrow is so easy to see. And obviously, of course, it also stays in the middle constantly. So the only difference really is the way it's juxtaposed from the map. You get a better idea of the map, really. But I wish that instead of like this gold ring, although cute and on theme, I wish it was maybe even just a different color so you could see it more easily, so that when these guys are doing their very necessary and good pathfinding, you could at least look up in the upper corner and know where the heck they are.
Stay a moment.
But I also think, again, I am so bad with like finding stuff and directions and getting an idea of where things are in a game, especially in new areas. Very few areas at this point in Lord of the Rings Online are new to me, technically speaking. But especially with the followers, I just have so much trouble with it. So I think I'm particularly confused by that. Okay, who was that dwarf and what power has he to command whites? That the Black Bolts were in terror of that creature is certain, but I still sense something greater still in these ruins. Still sense something greater still in these ruins. And where is Amdir? Perhaps beyond the gate. So that was the evil dwarf guy who ran away at the end of technically the dwarf prologue, which is pretty cool that they like tie that in. And then my assumption with Amdir and with other characters, like maybe even Torthan, is that maybe that has something to do with the human questline or the regular elf questline for the prologue. See, this is how we get into starting new characters, is now I want to go do their prologues and double check. Okay, the Nazgul are being terrifying. They didn't kill Amdir, I don't think. Oop. I think we're gonna have to fight him. Yeah, you're too late. I am Kargul. I serve the Great Eye. Kargul. So he was taken over by a different spirit. It is a day both dreary and joyous. It grieves me that we were forced to slay Amdir, but a relief that he should now know peace. I will lead you back to Strider. I will return to my camp. Quick, easy.
It's a sorry day.
The very air seems polluted by this night's business. We should tarry here no longer. Amdir is from the Hobbit and human intro quests. Okay, yeah. Hobbit and human rather than
The
elf and
hobbits
human. Yeah,
must
it
be
wouldn't have
quick-footed
made as
enough
much
to
sense for
escape
it to
the
be
wrath of the Nine.
elf. The evil dwarf Scorbrim is from the
we
dwarven and
only
elven
hope
interquest. Yes,
Frodo
okay, this
slips
one
through
ties
the
them all
cracks of
together.
the enemy.
Yep, okay, that's exactly what I was thinking, which is very useful for everything, again, except for Before the Shadow, which is totally fine. I don't regret doing that questline at all. It was really, really cool, and especially Meneldir's story and end were
Alas,
incredibly,
Faramir.
incredibly well written. Okay, it grieves my heart that the enemy was able to turn Ondir thus. He was my friend and kinsman. My people will remember him as the man he once was, good and noble. It troubles me that the Nazgul have crossed the river and moved into Breland at just this time. There are events in motion which could determine the fate of Middle-earth. If you are able and willing, I may have another task for you. Absolutely. Okay. These are all really not very good for me. Yeah, that's what I thought. But I have to choose one, so I'm going to choose the cloak and then not wear it. I'm curious to know who the dwarf you encountered at the Blackbold's camp was. Dwarfs are by nature honorable and cannot be dominated by the will of any. Why this one would serve the enemy, I cannot say. Worse yet is the appearance of the Nazgul. I must go watch the East Road, for I'm expecting some travelers and now fear they may be in danger. Correct. Would you travel to Combe and speak to a constable there named Underhill? You may know him already, a stout little fellow who loiters about town center. You may suggest to Underhill that he investigate the Blackwold's old hideout. When that is done, return here with your report. If perchance I'm not here, assume the worst.
What road did you take, Frodo? The ring-wraiths ride openly in the Shire, but there are places which are even more terrible and dangerous. If you choose the path I fear, search for the light in the darkness.
I hope that that was loud enough for you guys to hear, but I do have the sound on very, very low. Oh. Well, this is the main quest line. So hello. Jack Cloverdale of Combe. And then I have to go up here. Say hi to Underhill. Somewhere, right? Or is he even further up this way? Is he not? Okay, yeah. There he is. Constable Underhill.
Oh, good day.
Hello there. Is there something I can help you with? The Blackbolts have been broken and scattered, you say? This is good news for Combe. So this ranger, Strider, thinks we should investigate Skunkwood's old hideout? Well, no, I'm not so sure of that. It's not a safe place, I hear. Well, duh.
Want to have a word with you?
That's what we're for. Well, I suppose you're right. I should make sure those black wolves aren't hiding in that cave of theirs again, mustering their strength, but I'll want some help. Will you travel with me to Skunkwood's old hideout? It's south of the guardhouse, at the northeast end of Stadle Pond, near Stadle Falls. If they are gathering there, I'll need help driving them out again. When you're ready, come back and we'll go together to the old hideout. I'm ready, dude.
How do you do?
I'm almost too ready, considering my level.
Amdir's defeat shattered the back of the Black Walls, but pieces of the mystery remain unsolved.
Oh, even if you can't hear it, I can read it. Amdir's defeat shattered the back of the Black Wolves, but pieces of the mystery remain unsolved.
Goodness.
Goodness! This place is quiet as a tomb. I wish we could just say all was peaceful and leave, but I suppose we need to do a better job of it than that. You're correct. Alright, no use putting off what must be done. Come along and make sure you have your blade at the ready in case we run into any trouble. Absolutely. Careful now, friend. All manner of things could be living here now. I believe it. Like some Knickerbockers. And this, I think, is my first time killing a Knickerbocker in Breland. Well, in a moment, I have the key right here. More Knickerbockers. Which, by the way, are horrifying. Every time I see, like, a beetle... It wasn't. I don't think that was the last of them. Every time I see anything like a beetle or a cockroach or anything, I think of the Knickerbockers. And I thank my lucky stars that whatever bug I'm encountering is not the size of a Knickerbocker. Okay. Ooh. Well, if these are all we're encountering, I'm so not worried about it. This is a nasty business, this is. I think the nastier part that we seem to be ignoring is the number of dead people on the ground. Let's press on. You've got it, bud. And piles of skulls. Love those. That's, again, if all we're encountering is restless Knickerbockers, I don't think we have to worry about this area. Would be more easy to catch though, not like those annoying ones that keep escaping. Yeah, no kidding. Look at all these dead people. Are you worried about the Knickerbockers when you're surrounded by dead people? Ooh, black hole people. The white hand, something something, this is your last chance. Swear fealty to Angmar. Never! Then die! Sad. My lord, intruders, that's us. Hello, Dour Hands. Good to see you again. Check on that poor man.
Can't you leave
Okay.
me to my misery?
Black Old Leader. You couldn't have come a moment earlier, could you? For that dwarf... Oh, I cannot read in accents. Before that dwarf struck me through, maybe? Oh well, suppose that's just the way of it. First it was that Eogan saying that if we pleaded to Angmar, we'd be made rich. Well, when that all fell apart, a few of us decided we didn't want anything to do with Angmar anymore. We started talking to some new fellows, men who came up from the south. An ugly bunch they were, but at least they didn't seem likely to go raising fell spirits or some such on us. Seems though Angmar didn't like the prospect of us leaving them. Oh, and he's dying. That dwarf came along, and you see how that ended. Now I suppose the Black Wolves are at their end, and you die? Oh, very sad. Okay. Alright, Underhill, what'd you find? Oop. I have no idea how he escaped this place. We'll never follow him now.
Just a moment.
Just a moment. Well, it seems that strange dwarf escaped. How he got out of here is a mystery to me. And from what you said of that brigand's tale, that dwarf was the one we should have been worried about, not these Black Wolves. Well, I suppose the Black Wolves are truly broken now, but for some reason I still don't feel safe. Well, there's not much more we can do here. You'd best take tidings back to your ranger friend in Bree. Absolutely.
The rangers which once guarded the borders of the Shire have been scattered or slain. Frodo has left the Shire.
Frodo's left the
Great
Shire.
perils await him in Bree. I am too late. Someone must find him before the Nazgûl.
If I need to turn up the sound just so you guys can hear that, I will. But I don't expect too much of those moments where you hear Gandalf speaking. Good show indeed. You sure showed those Black Gold rascals what for. And again, these are all gonna be way below. Totally fine. I'll just take whatever.
Please, stay a moment.
Chapter 4. Good day to you. What are you still doing about here? Those Black Wolves are gone, and likely for good. That strange dwarf might still be around, but I'll wager he went on to somewhere a bit more interesting. You should take that news on to your friend Strider in Breetown. If he sent you out here, he likely wants to know what we found. He'll probably be at the Prancing Pony. Those rangers sure like their beer, and the pony has the best. Thank you for your help, but there's no use worrying about the brigands around here anymore. I gotta respect the fact that the main quest just kind of moves you from place to place. That's making it a lot easier for me. to Strider. Oh, this way. This way. And then this way. And will he be there? Yes.
We must move quickly.
You've returned and just in time. Much has happened since you left, but I have little time to relate it. The tidings you have brought me will be of great use to my men here in Breland, but there is a more immediate threat we must deal with now. While you were away, those same Nazgul you saw with the Umdir attacked the pony. Oh, because Frodo, duh. They were in search of the travelers I had been waiting, 4 hobbits of the Shire. I cannot tell you why they had such interest in my companions, but I can tell you that I will have need of your help again.
I need your aid.
While both you and I have seen 5 Nazgul, their true number is 9, as you all know. Before I can take my charges beyond Bree, I must know where the other 4 are hiding. Would you travel to the west and speak to Langland? I sent him to Buckland to watch over a particular hobbit, but oh yeah, the hobbit that, in the Fellowship of the Ring book, in the real book, which it totally skips over all of this, and I can't remember that, the hobbit's name. The movies skip over this, but in the book, before he leaves the Shire, instead of just like up and running away, which is what he does in the movie, he prepares, like way ahead of time, he prepares to leave by buying a house in Buckland and selling his, like his whole to the Sackville Bagginses, screw them, and then moving to Buckland. And his plan was, as soon as he got to Buckland, he would like stay there for a couple days and then move on to Breland. But of course he ends up having to like run away that night because the Nazgul are following him. But he leaves his friend who helped him move to watch over his house in Buckland. And I think, of course, at some point they probably like make a mention of like, oh, he's probably gone back home to Hobbiton or something like that. But at this point, at least in the story, he's hanging out in Buckland. That's gotta be what this is. Very funny. How they like insert these little bits and pieces that if you didn't read the books, you wouldn't know. Or read the books very regularly, which of course I do, but I don't think I ever caught that before. Okay, I sent him to Buckland to watch over a particular hobbit, but it seems that Mr. Underhill and his friends decided to take a different path and are now under my protection. Still, Langland may know the whereabouts of the remaining Nazgul. He camps on a rise just north of Buckland Gate and may have seen something that will aid me. You must hurry. I cannot afford to delay here overly long. Sure thing. I love Buckland. And this way. Oop. Wrong turn. Right turn. Okay. To Buckland. Have I said hi to the Buckland stable master? I don't think I have. But let's talk to this guy and find out. And if not, we're just gonna take a short little ride. Okay.
What do you need?
And I haven't, so let's head out. I don't think actually, with this character, I don't think that I've ridden this way at all yet. And of course I'm doing it at night, where you can barely see anything. That's okay. I'm missing, right now, my old character. I had one of the elk, I think it was one of the Christmas steeds that had little lights hanging from its antlers, and they would like jingle a little bit. It was so cute. It was so cute, and I miss it because then I would be riding on nights like this and it would glow a little bit. It was so nice. I will say. It was only last year, I think. I don't think you actually can see it on here. That I got the... I think it's technically called... There's one thing, and then there's Journeyman, I think, technically. So it's got to be like beginner or something like that. Steed ability for your whole account on the LOTRO store. And sometime previously, I spent the points, and it's surprisingly low points for how useful it is. Novice? Maybe it's novice. So there's like, you can get the steed ability for just your one character and not have it across your account. And then you can get the same steed ability, which is like the 62% speed, for your whole account, which is slightly more. And then even more than that, but still surprisingly not much, you can get the Journeyman steed ability, which I think is 72 or something % speed, for your whole account. I'm assuming at some point they must have been planning on having something beyond Journeyman. And maybe it's just something they haven't implemented yet. I thought it was funny that there were just the two and the highest one was Journeyman. Because when you're thinking about like rankings like that, Journeyman is not necessarily very high in rankings. There's almost always something above that, like Master or something like that. But I got that steed ability, and it's been so useful. I was surprised that it wasn't more expensive. Oh, I don't even have to go all the way to Buckland, which is almost a shame. Because I could really use getting that stable master. Hello, Langlin.
How can I be of service?
Aragorn has sent aid. Nazgul, 4 more were in Buckland. They rode swiftly to the east upon black steeds. I was foolish enough to stand in their way, and they ran me down. Oh, that's why he's laying down. I will heal in time, but the riders have left a threat in their wake that must be dealt with. I must ask for your help. That's funny. I'm not gonna lie. I was about to make a comment about how he looked like he was just chilling. You know, Langlin, Jay chillin'. He's just here. It's the evening. It's fine. No, he's injured.
Stay a moment.
Riding passive skill is only riding and journeyman riding. Okay, yeah. So that's gotta be what it was. It was like regular, which is why makes sense now that I remembered journeyman and didn't remember any other prefix because there wasn't one. I still think it's funny that journeyman was like the second tier that they chose to make with no third tier or anything like that. But nonetheless, it's very, very useful, and I'm so glad that I got it. In the Black Rider's wake, Crebain have taken root. They are not the common strain from Dunland, but a breed I have not seen before. Likely these foul creatures keep watch on Buckland and the Shire, or at the very least me, since they have taken to staring at me in the night. Oh my god, that's horrifying, actually. I'm gonna detour from this quest dialogue. Howdy, floating LOTRO streams on my way to bed, dropping in to say hi. Hello, the Bowtie Bandit. It's nice to meet you. I'm doing a very cozy, very low stakes stream playthrough of the main quest line specifically. I'm just trying to fast track it. And we made it all the way through the Before the Shadow, and then we had to kind of jump back a little ways to get to Volume 1, Chapter 1 out here in Bree, so that's what we're up to right now. We're talking to Langlin, who I thought was Jay Chillin. Turns out he's injured. And he was just talking about how the Crebain have been staring at him in the night. And can I just say, so I have a fear of birds. It's not a healthy fear. It's more than it should be. And frankly, I wish I could do something about it, and I can't. Birds outside the Shire, yes. And the thing is, first of all, they're just terrifying. But I was up in the woods. So I live in the Phoenix in Arizona, the desert. I live in the desert. Birds here are scary anyway, for the most part. but I went up north with my family a handful of years ago in the middle of summer, and we were staying at this cabin. I think it was like for my mom's birthday or something. We did like a weekend up north. It was really fun, except for at night, where you would go outside and you could see in the trees surrounding you, in all these big evergreen trees, turkey vultures lived in that area, and there were dozens of them in the trees around this cabin, and you can see them, and if you got too loud, they would all rustle at the same time and then like settle back. They didn't leave. It was horrifying. A cabin in the woods? Yes. That's funny, I just watched Cabin in the Woods for the first time this year. But it was so horrifying that I personally think even people who weren't afraid of birds would have had nightmares. But I couldn't sleep that weekend because I knew that just where we were in that cabin, I was able to visibly see dozens of them, which meant there were hundreds of them in the general area. Oh my god, I couldn't sleep. And so thinking like the at least they've taken to staring at me in the night, boy, I know what you mean. I know what that's like. It's horrifying. That said, I actually think that turkey vultures are scarier than the Crebain in this game. They're horrifying, and I'll never forget that. Oh, thank you, me, for bringing up that terrible memory. I'm gonna have a nightmare about that tonight. I swear I am. Okay. Thank you for allowing me to have that detour about my horrifying past. It's my lore. Back to the dialogue. While the Crebain may see nothing of interest, the fact that the enemy has eyes here is dangerous. If we were to blind these eyes, the enemy would not be as sure in directing its efforts. If you would dispose of the Crebain that roost to the southwest, just beyond my camp, even killing one Crabin, interesting, will go a long way towards blinding the enemy. You got it. And I'm already in the area? Yes. So I just have to kill some birds around here, which of course I can't see because I'm too high leveled for them. Oh. Get over here. Like it's nothing. Tiny lag in the attack. Definitely would be unsettling. Hunter? Yes, I am a hunter. I made the active choice. So I've actually never played hunter before, but I knew that it was a little bit on the OP side. And I made the active choice when I decided that I wanted to fast track the main quest in the coziest, lowest stakes possible. I actively chose to be a hunter for that reason. Uncle was upset with the rework. That's valid. That's, you know, I get it. That's something actually.
What can I do for you?
Gosh, I can't remember her account name. Valathorn, something Valathorn, is a person who raided me earlier this week, and I followed her back, and I was watching her stream today, and she was talking about how, like, which type of class is a little more OP or underpowered has changed over time, and especially the lines. Yeah, blue and red champ are the new classes. No, you're 100%. Am I doing blue? Actually, let's check. Yes, I am. I don't regret it. I also think red, is it red or is it yellow for Lore Master is a little on the OP side, just because it's the one where you can have the companion, and I would always choose and I always stuck with it. It was the Bog Guardian. Oh my god, did you hear my stomach just now? Red Lore Masters are nuts. Yeah, it's crazy. And I would always choose a Bog Guardian because you could set it to, because it can do ranged attacks, and then you yourself can have swords and you can do up close attacks, and it's pretty OP, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, the Bog Guardian is, well, it's a Bog Lurker when it's an enemy, and it's a Bog Guardian when it's your companion, which I think is adorable. It's a good guy the moment it's your companion, but we were talking about how over time, because like I've been playing since 2011, but over time, which class and which line with it, like subclass I guess, is more OP or underpowered has changed so much with all the reworks over time, that this one person who had just started playing this year was asking us in the chat like, oh, I'm not sure what I should play if I want to do like these really challenging playthroughs. And everyone was like, honestly, just choose what you feel like. Like, there are some notably more OP classes at the moment if that would help you with a more challenging playthrough. But for the most part, just choose a class. Choose a race you're interested in. Choose a class you think suits your playstyle and go for it. Because you'll get through regardless. Those Bog Lurkers are amazing. Guard Expert. That is a good one. Only class you've enjoyed past 50, really? You know, I was surprised. I played a champion most recently, and I was surprised at how much I loved it. Because more often than not, because it was before that, it was a Rune Keeper, and before that, it was a Lore Master. I got so used to playing characters that could like really easily do damage or debuffs from far away that playing a champion where you just kind of go in and hit stuff, I was surprised at how much I liked it. That even now, getting into playing the Ranger has been kind of hard, especially at first, like the first 20 levels, because they go by so fast. I was still running right up to my enemies when I didn't have to. Yeah. Cap was 115, you capped every class, but Guard was the only one you enjoyed. Wow, that's impressive. Oh, soloing the T2. Yep, actually, no, that's a good point. And different, again, despite what I said, of course, different classes are more OP at different points in time. And if you really wanted to, especially like you could just go into the general chat with any class, talk to people about it, find out which of the classes are a little more OP or easier to play with if you wanted to do more challenging playthroughs, and then choose those. But I hope by what I said, you'll get through no matter what. And if you like that class and it suits your personal playstyle, then that's what you should go with, personally. I didn't have friends at the time. I don't believe you. I don't believe you. Okay, good. You've slain those foul birds. Hell yeah, we have. The enemy will not be nearly as sure in their efforts now. However, I still have need of your aid. I must ask that you do something in Buckland, as it was their horn call that alerted me to the presence of the Nazgul. I am going to Buckland. You said my cousin and uncle started. Oh, it's so good getting people you know into games that you're interested in. I have tried with Lord of the Rings Online, and I do have some friends. Actually, it was a friend of mine from high school who got me into this game. That said, for the most part, everybody I know is playing more of like the newer games. More often than not, I think that my friends and like my husband and his brothers and stuff will get me into games that they're interested in. And then I have like my cozy games, or like Lord of the Rings Online is just my comfort game. We all have no friends. We're Lord of the Rings and MMO nerds. It's like the law. I disagree. Look at us right now. We have each other. But frankly, I've never been able to get someone I know into MMOs. Ever. It's like, it's impossible. The only people you can play with are people online. Except for, apparently, Bowtied Bandit, who got both your uncle and your cousin into it. And I think that's quite a feat. Ironically, when Gundabad dropped, my uncle and I formed a kin. Oh, that's really exciting. Ah, that's wonderful. Especially because he's family, too. Okay. You say that Underhill is with Aragorn? I know of no Underhills. Yeah. I was sent to watch over a hobbit named Baggins. I must assume that is whom Aragorn spoke of. That he is safe is welcome news, for my fears are somewhat allayed. It was late in the night when I heard the horn call of Buckland. Running to the road, I saw Nazgul leaving Buckland at a gallop. I tried to stop them, but they ran me down. I fear they had already found Baggins. The 4 riders passed eastward towards Bree, but we may discover what they learned, if anything, at Baggins' home in Crick Hollow. It is a cottage surrounded by a high hedge almost directly southeast of the Buckland Gate. If you learn anything there, return to me. What news you can bring me may help determine the movements of the Nazgul. You got it. Off to bed. Much love and good luck. Have a good night. It was so nice meeting you. Thank you for stopping by and hanging out for a bit. Yeah, it's late here too. It's 11:20 p.m. Not that that's gonna stop me. It should, if I was being reasonable. But it won't. And this makes me happy that we are going to Buckland, because that means that I can say hello to the stable master there. And also, I love Buckland. Be around, try to help with engagement before bed. Want more people in LOTRO. Oh my gosh, absolutely. Instancers and raiders. See, I've never done raiding, but I've never gotten very terribly high in level. Oh, might be wrong way. Passing through the weird way. Just 5 more minutes, Mom? Oh, that was so me growing up. Oh. Fredegar Bulgur. Is Fredegar the one that helped them? I can't remember. It is. It really is. So relatable. I feel like that was most people, I mean, who had a computer or like console in their home as kids. T1 reading isn't too bad, but if you want a chill experience with a game, you probably don't want to go much past that. Yeah, that's very true. I've seen people get pretty sweaty about it. I've never done any raiding, and I fear I would be any raid group's worst nightmare. I'm not very competitive. I don't try very hard in games. If I die, I die. And I think I'm far too accepting of that. So I think that I would be not as in DPS. Yeah, a skirmish I can do. Instances I can do. Raiding, I fear. I'm not the person people are looking for. And I'm okay with that. But most other people aren't. Which is why I haven't done it. Okay, Fredegar Bolger. Is he the one from Fellowship? In the book that helped them move? I can't remember. And I just read that book. Never read in LOTRO. Did that in other 3 letter MMO that shall not be named. I think we know. As a main tank was most fun. But people get very toxic at times over reading. Oh, am I getting attacked right now? Hello. I totally miss. Is this her? She's doing this. What just happened? So I'm about to do that, I think, technically. Thank you. Okay. My quest got ninja'd. That's the first time that's happened in a while. It does happen every now and again. Okay, I'll read the quest dialogue. But yes, raiding can be kind of toxic, but for people who are into it, it can also be like really, really fun. And the fact that it's available in LOTRO is primo, in my opinion, because that helps. It helps bring in people who might not otherwise be interested in the more laid-back, super dialogue-heavy version of this game that I like. It's multifaceted. Okay. What? Who? I don't have it. Oh, wait. Oh, I don't have it. The ring. Oh, wait, you aren't one of those Black Riders. I must tell you that I haven't been so frightened in my life. Did they learn anything from me? Well, those riders came bustling into the house, but I had already slipped out the back way. Not a thing did they get from me. Okay, so he is the one from Fellowship in the books that helped them move and then stayed in the house when everybody else ran away. When the sheriffs came, they made me tell them about Frodo and the others going off into the old forest, but I didn't say a thing about the enemy's ring. Oh dear. What is that? It sounds like crows, and it's the Crebain, so now it's my turn to do what she just did. Don't worry, I will kill them so absurdly fast. More coming where? Okay. So fast that it took them a moment to load in the next set of enemies. You didn't get all of them though. Some flew off into the old forest. Well, you know I'm gonna follow. T5, so we're able to progress too. I'm also a bit of a min-max player, so T5 raids are tested out while I've done that. Yep. I totally get it. Did you see those awful birds? I did, and they are awful. They came straight for me. They did. You said things you shouldn't have said. Okay. Back on our elk. Back on the road. And I don't think that there's a reasonable horse to get back to Langland. So we're just gonna go on our own. They also make the hours upon hours of grinding. Oh yeah, the raids definitely make the grinding feel, even honestly, instances and stuff like that, skirmishes make the grinding feel more worth it. I would say in this game, in my opinion, the only thing that makes the grinding feel not worth it is the kill deeds. Or the, maybe not even the power deeds, because I kind of just do those sort of passively. Yeah, slayer deeds. Those are definitely the hardest to feel like any form of accomplishment when you finish them, just because, yeah, they can be so annoying. And I think that for the most part, I would love to take another look, because I know that some changes were made somewhat recently, but having a deed where it's like, you're only in this area for so long, but I need you to kill 200 orcs. It's like, I don't think that there are enough quests to give accomplishment for killing those orcs in that area to provide like secondary accomplishment for the lack of accomplishment that the deed gives you. You know what I mean? 600 wargs in that specific area. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Greetings.
It's like, kill 20. Great. Easy. Perfect first deed. Kill 120. Wow. Okay, that's a lot. 400. 600. For goodness sake. I mean, it's the one time where the questing in that area simply isn't enough to help you complete the deed. If it was larger area scopes, like, oh, I don't know. It almost, yeah, if it's like 600, it's like all of Eriador, maybe all of Rohan, Han, Vanian, maybe at that point, instead of like just for Breland or just for Eredluin, doing kill deeds in those areas. Destroy the army in this area and we'll give you that same reward that 30 spiders in your hometown got you. Yeah, that's so true. That's a funny way to look at it. And I know that, I mean, in a technical sense, the rewards increase technically, but not enough. 120 is fine. beyond that is a time sink. Exactly. Well, and the thing is, that's what I mean, is like, even in some areas, like, I think there are so many quests in some areas that to a certain point certain kill deeds can be done. Like, even in, where have I done like a crazy amount of, the Lonelands has so many quests that involve killing, especially like the ministerial area killing quests, and even, actually, I would say Harangmar and all those. There's so many kill quests here that the Slayer deeds, I think you could pretty effectively finish them just by doing the questing in that area. It's just other areas, like, to have the same number need to be reached in like Breland, and I don't think it is the same number, but it's still like a ludicrous amount. Or in Eredlen, it's like the ratio doesn't match of like kill related quests to kill related deeds. I think that's the part that bothers me, because frankly, if you're doing all the quests in the Lonelands, which I have done before, I think I effectively took out the majority of those deeds within questing. Angmar has some Hellish Slayer deeds. 60, 120 on elites. If it wasn't tied to an area but to the character, it would be better. Well, and that is, I mean, yes. I think that, like what I said, like if it was within wider areas, like all of Eriador, I think that could be more doable. But I think what would be better overall is having a better quest to ratio of, like, if there aren't very many kill related quests in an area, then why do you have a massive Slayer ratio or a Slayer deed ratio compared to that? Yeah, and when you have a Slayer deed for an enemy that isn't really around very much or is really hard to find, like the trolls and the troll jaws, they have like a couple areas where they respawn pretty regularly, but there are only like 3 or 4 of them, but you still have a Slayer deed for them. And it's so annoying. It's like there's no other way to find them unless you're just running all over the place, at which point the only reasonable way to do the Slayer deed is to go on that one area where there are 3 or 4 of them will respawn really regularly. It's that one road. Kill them, and then wait for them to respawn, and then kill them, and then wait for them to respawn every single time. Yeah, instances in the Moria areas do help for those, yeah. Okay, the enemy's ring! Don't yell it, Langland, jeez. It's no wonder Aragorn was so secretive as to why the enemy was seeking Baggins. If the Grbane heard Fedegur's words, the enemy will know for certain that the ring is no longer in the Shire. You should be quieter, Langland, and all will be lost. Stop yelling. Oh, have a good night, Bowtie, and I'm glad you stuck around for a little bit. You got your own 5 minutes more, Mom. Finding those birds in the Old Forest will not be a simple task. I would ask that you return to Aragorn and Bree and seek his counsel on how to find these foul birds. I wouldn't worry about it for me, but that's fine. Much love and good luck. Have a good night. Thank you so much. Okay, let's head back. Did I say hi to the stable master in Buckland? Gosh, I hope I did. Langland out here yelling about the ring. What was I gonna say? I don't even remember. No wonder I'm yawning. It's 11:30 p.m. here. I'm not sure what comes after this. I know we have to talk to Strider, and then he's gonna say something about following the birds into the Old Forest, which is awesome. If the next thing immediately after that takes you into the Old Forest, I might have to call it a night. But I'd like to hopefully, potentially, maybe stream tomorrow. I wasn't able to stream until crazy late tonight. But nonetheless, it'd be very, very nice to stream again this weekend. I had an insanely long weekend. I cannot express to you the way I've been waking up naturally earlier in the morning. Like, I mean, we were just saying this earlier. It works for me though. Catchy streaming, yeah. So my work starts at 8:30 on the days that I work from home. And I kid you not, I had a 5-day weekend because I picked up extra stuff last week so that I could take off Wednesday. And then we naturally got off Thursday and Friday. And then it's Saturday today. And I have another day off tomorrow, which feels like, tell me, oh, corporate America, tell me why that feels wrong. I've been so well trained by corporate America to get a 5-day break from work, and Friday and Saturday so far. So my 3rd and 4th days of break, the 2 days where it felt to me like my weekend should be over. I'm waking up at the normal time that I would wake up for work without the alarm. And I wake up and immediately feel like, oh my god, I have to get to work. No, I don't. I just feel like I do. And I swear the same thing's gonna happen to me tomorrow. Like the fact that I just thought like, oh, I would love to stream tomorrow, but I'm probably gonna have to wait until the evening because I have work. No, I don't. It's a Sunday. What? Oh my gosh. The way a 5-day break happens so very rarely for me that it's felt like my life just popped. I don't have a job anymore, I guess. I got fired or something. I didn't. It just feels like I did because it feels wrong that I'm not working. Either way, I hope to stream tomorrow, and I can very happily say that I should probably have the time to, which is awesome. I did take some time to set up the what are they called? Chat rewards? Channel points rewards? I set up some of the rewards and I created 2 emotes. I want to create more. I want it so that all of the follower emotes are actually made by me and not the like basic pre-made ones. And then I want to create some subscription emotes. I think I created one technically. Let me see. I have my own emotes, which is funny. So I created the LOTRO emote, which is those. And whoop. I think I made another one. I just don't know how to find it. Oh, it was pending still. The LOTRO one got through. But I made another one that just says hi. It's like a little cat with a heart and it says hi. Which is a follower emote. And I'm gonna make all of them sometime. But I'm gonna work on some more of them tomorrow. And I also I created a YouTube channel. I just need to set it up. I just have it. But I need to set it up to match my Twitch channel, and then I'm gonna start uploading all the VODs that I've saved from streaming, which is gonna be wonderful. Okay. Strider. This is dire news. While the 4 hobbits I was awaiting are safe for the moment, the protection Bree offers is fleeting at best. We must leave soon, and if the enemy's suspicions were confirmed by these Crebain that what they seek is no longer in the Shire, our trip may be all the more perilous. Yet the old forest is a twitching labyrinth that can lead even the most experienced tracker astray. Finding these Crebain will not be easy. Finish. These aren't very good, so I'm just gonna pick one.
Listen
I'll
well.
sell it. Okay, there is one who could find these Crebain for us if we were to ask him for such aid. However, he may not see our worries as his. Oh, Tom Bombadil! Okay, he is known by many people by many names. Of old, he was known as Orald to the men, while to the dwarves he was simply Forn. The elves call him Iarwain, Benadar, oldest and fatherless. However, in these days he is known as Tom Bombadil by those few who are aware of him. Look for old Bombadil's house, which lies at the far eastern end of the Woody Windle, the river that flows through the Old Forest. He may help you if you ask him in my name, Aragorn. If you discover anything, I would ask that you address it as best as you can. I wish I could help you in this task, but the safety of my charges comes before all else. Amazing, wonderful, perfect. I love Tom Bombadil. I am a perpetual Tom Bombadil apologist. Some people don't like him, and I disagree with those people. Okay. I do, despite saying that this took me into the Old Forest. See, my thing was like, nothing in the Old Forest is high enough level to like naturally attack me. So I can kind of get through like it's nothing. So it's not like I'd be pausing myself in an unsafe area for my level, but my thought process was I wasn't sure if I wanted to go directly into the Old Forest and then do like one thing, fight some Crebain, and then leave for the night. Oh, finding all the flowers in the Old Forest is a good deed. Oh, I love that one. I told myself, sorry, okay, I'll finish my other thought, which was I am gonna go and talk to Tom Bombadil and then end the night, and then we can start up doing Old Forest quests. If you do without a cheat sheet, I think, have I ever successfully done that quest without a cheat sheet? I don't think I have. But I do love the old, the flowers quest in the Old Forest, or not a quest, it's a deed, but it's wonderful. That's a good one. That was a creative one. Like, wholly unnecessary, but still really nice. And like, all the flowers have different names. Yeah, I love that one. But one thing I have talked about doing is, where's the entrance? It's behind here, right? When I'm done doing the whole main quest line. So this is something where it's like, oh, I'll worry about it eventually. Hello! I get to talk to you now.
Greetings.
Greetings. The deeds I want to complete are the location deeds. So I'm not sure necessarily if the flowers one would count for that. I'm not going to do it when I'm in here now. But my thought process was, I want to just adventure all over and find all of the things. So like they have all these, I wonder if I've even accumulated any, not class. I guess it would be race and social maybe, or, oh, that's funny. Hobbies. I'm not entirely sure where you'd find it. Or no, it would be here. Breland. So it'd be like the ruins of Breland. I want to do all these location-based quests where you go around and you find all of these things, just because it takes you to areas that some of the actual like quests just within the game don't take you to. And I want to see what the game developers made, you know? So I want to go to all of these ruins. I want to, I don't know about like the, is that really the only one I can find right now? Yeah, sites of the Yondershire, farms of the Yondershire. I want to find all of those things and just run around basically after I've completed the main quest line. I'll just take like a few chill streams just to run around and look at everything and talk about it, basically. That's been my general plan. Okay. And I don't think it's terribly hard to find Tom Bombadil's house from here. Run this way. You really do follow the path for the most part. Let's see. I want to get this guy around here. So I'll go forward this way, and then at some point I get to turn left. And then we found Vale. At which point, oh no, keep going this way. Here. I really like the ambiance, the spooky, creepy ambiance of the old forest. Amazing. Hello, Marigold. Why are you here, Marigold? Is there a quest that we know of that brings her here? Oh. Deep bestowed. The old forest. A location deed. And I will find all of those things. And in fact, I feel like the questing for the old forest does take you around to them for the most part. Hi, Tom. I'm not singing. I can't do that. Wait now, hey now. What's all this fussing? We've not had so many guests since our wedding. There's time enough for bird watching, but perhaps first a song or two, my hearty. Let your heart fly free and put aside your worries. You are at the house of Tom Bombadil. My goldberry is away at her spring, and I was going lily hunting. Oh my god, that's literally what he was doing in the book. I have no time for chasing birds, but hoy now. Aragorn's a name I know, and a friend of old Tom's. Here then my offer. While old Tom Bombadil looks for sour crows, you'll gather lilies for my lovely. I saw some along the river, just a hop and a jump away. Just follow along until ring-a-ding-dillo you find Old Man Willow. You will watch that old gray willow man. He's a mighty singer. He'll sing you down to sleep and drown you if you don't be careful. Love it. So happy. And look, the lilies. Water lilies. Okay. And the beautiful Shire-ish music. Wonderful. Okay. I am gonna call it because it's 11:45 p.m. and believe it or not, I do have to be most of the time responsible and fall asleep at a late but somewhat almost sort of kind of reasonable hour. I really hope I stream tomorrow. More often than not these days I have been making time on Sundays to stream, either in the afternoon, like really early afternoon, or in the late evening. But we're all in different time zones anyway, so if you can't make it, that's fine. If you do make it, that's wonderful. And if you don't but would wish that you had, I promise you at some point in time I will be creating a YouTube channel, and I'll like connect the link to my Twitch or whatever, so you can always find me and watch the VODs post haste. Yeah, I had a really good time. I really love this game. I'm kind of like sad that the way that they do the Before the Shadow, the only way that you can get to, book 1, chapter 1 is if you go sort of like back and do really, really easy quests. I'm sure that at some point in time they will integrate a more seamless flow through. And I mean, technically they sort of started to, or like almost did, where like you can get into book 1, chapter 4 if you're at level 47, or technically level 44, at which point you can reach that level or that quest. It's just it doesn't direct you there, which is a little frustrating. And also, like, you finish the prologue questing for Before the Shadow at level 20. I was the lowest possible level. I was level 28, and then I had to level up to 32 in order to end the prologue. at which point you then have to get to level 34 to pick up book 1 chapter 4 in, or volume 1 book 4 or something like that in Rivendell, which is, it's just so much space in between of like not really knowing what to do. So that was a little bit frustrating. Nonetheless, I think that Before the Shadow as a prologue is so incredibly well done. It's so well written. The area is really, really cool. The stories around it, even the extra questing, because I ended up doing almost every single, if not every single quest in Cardolan, and all of them were really good. Some of them were really like somber and made you think about things, and then some were really funny. There was a lot of in between. All of them were well written, which has been my favorite thing. I love seeing where they like point out the little tie-ins of like where you are in reference to the book, which of course only gets stronger once you're in volume 1. It's all just really cool. I'm enjoying it nonetheless. I think that I'm gonna get through the rest of this super high leveled area, or I'm super high leveled for these quests super quickly. The only thing I'm going to take any time on is when I sit back and talk about the dialogue, which is fine. That's what I'm here for anyway. I hope everybody has a wonderful night or morning for some of you. Whatever time of day it is, I hope it's a good one. And I will see you probably very soon. But in the meantime, I hope everything goes well. And I'm going to call it here. Goodbye.